Hello, children, welcome back. Today we're going to do a poem, I Think I Could Turn and Live with Animals by Walt Whitman. This is in your Oxford Pathways textbook for class 8, and this also comes under the heading Animals for class 10. It's the same poem, only the headings are different. So, this poem has around 13 lines. I'm going to explain to you line by line. Now, the first 5 lines. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. So that's the first 5 lines. Now, the first line. I think I could turn and live with animals. So here the poet says he wants to live in the world of animals. He wants to turn away from the world of the human beings and would like to live with animals. So the poet finds the world of the animals much better than those of the human beings. Line 2. They are so placid and self contained. They refers to animals. Placid means calm or docile. Self contained means to keep in control or happy. So here the poet says that the animals are more peaceful than human beings. They are calm and they have no greed for worldly things or for any other kind of achievement. They are self contained. They are happy with their life and never interfere with the lives of the others. Line 3. I stand and look at them long and long. So here, long and long, that's a poetic device called repetition. So here the poet says that he stands still and he looks at these animals for a long time. What is the reason? Why is he looking at these animals? So the reasons are that the animals are very peaceful. They are calm. They are not greedy. They don't go behind any kind of achievement. They are happy with what they have and their life. So these are the reasons why the poet stands and looks at them for a long time. Now, line 4. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Sweat, that means complain. Whine, whine means cry. So the animals, they never cry out loudly if they are angry. These animals never complain about their misery. Absolutely no complaints. They are always happy. Then line 5. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. So the poet says that the animals, they sleep very soundly. They never lie awake at night thinking of all the wrongs or the sins they have committed. And wrongdoings or the sins. Sins means the wrongdoings which they have done. They never cry in repentance for the wrongdoings. Whereas the human beings, they commit mistakes and they are not able to sleep at night thinking of all those mistakes they have committed. But the animals are very different from the human beings because they don't show any kind of anger or grief if something happens to them. Line 6. Now line 6. They do not make me sick, discussing their duty to God. So the poet says that the animals are very truthful because they never boast about the good deeds done in the name of God. He says so because most of the human beings, they have a tendency to show off their religiousness to the others to gain popularity. But the animals, they never try to gain praise in this manner. Now coming to line 7. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. So here the poet says that the animals are never dissatisfied. They are always satisfied with what they have. Here demented means obsessed, disturbed or mad. So here the Poet again makes a comparison and he says that the animals are not at all dissatisfied. They are not crazy with owning things. Mania. Mania means being crazy of owning material possessions or materialistic things. They are not bothered. That is, the animals are not bothered about their material possessions or the materialistic things. They don't want to possess anything of their own. But the human beings are so different. Human beings are never satisfied. They crave for more and more and more. That is the nature of humans. Always we are behind materialistic possessions or material things, trying to get more and more all the time. Now, line 8. Next line, it says, the poet says, what is the next line? No one kneels to the other, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. So here, the poet says that the animals, they do not show any kind of devotion to God like the humans. And they don't bow down to each other. All the animals, they treat each other equally. That is what is said. And even they don't bow to their ancestors, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Means they don't even bow down to their ancestors. They don't kneel to anyone. They treat, every animal is treated alike. Okay. Then, no one kneels to another, nor to its kind that lived thousands of years ago. I hope that line is clear to you. Now, line 9. No one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Now, we human beings, we live in a society. So, if you observe, rich people are given a lot of importance. They are respected more. They are more accepted when compared to the poor who are downtrodden. But in the animal world, everyone is equal. All the animals are happy. They never give more or less importance to any other animal. They treat everyone alike. Line 10. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. Here the poet says that the animals are more honest in showing their relationship to one another. The poet says that the animals kill other animals for their food. Yes, we all know that they hunt for their prey. Yes, but even though they kill the other animals, they don't hide the fact. They don't hide that fact. So some of the animals, they chase the other animals, kill them to eat. But they don't hide that fact. But the human beings, they try to show that they have a very, very good relationship with the others, even if they hate a few people. Okay, sometimes externally we humans just smile, but then from the heart of heart insides we might hate those people, but the animals are never like that. And then the next line, now coming on to line 11, they bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their possession. Now the poet says that they bring him tokens. Evince means show, S-H-O-W. Here, tokens refer to the qualities, the good qualities of the humans like love and affection. And the poet says that the animals have these qualities in them. Okay, they bring me tokens of myself. So the animals bring those tokens like love and affection that were there in the human beings. Now it is as if they show it in their possession. Now it is as if they have it with them, the qualities like love and affection. And line 12, I wonder where they got those tokens from. Now the poet is checking within himself or thinking or introspecting from where the animals have got these good qualities or tokens. He also questions himself where his good qualities have gone. Line 12, I wonder where they got those tokens. So here the animals have got those tokens, that is the good qualities which were in human beings. And I wonder where they got those tokens. So the poet is wondering, is thinking from where these animals have got these good qualities or these tokens. And he's asking a question to himself, where have his qualities gone? Did he leave it? Or did he lose it somewhere? And then the last line says, did I pass that we used times ago and negligently drop them? So he says, what if he would have dropped them negligently, means carelessly? Those good tokens of truthfulness, kindness, innocence, those qualities are the tokens here, which previously the human beings had in them. But these very qualities of innocence, kindness, truthfulness are seen in animals now. So the poet says that these qualities are no more found in human beings. And he asks a question whether he had dropped these qualities carelessly along the way and no more have it within ourselves. And we human beings no more have those qualities within ourselves. And we have passed it on to the animals. Now, your poetic devices. The first one is, now let me tell you about the poet. He is an American poet, Walt Whitman, and he is one of the most influential poet in the American canon. And often he is called father of free verse. And he's also written many famous poems like, "Oh Captain, my Captain." So the poetic devices here, repetition. If you look in the third line, long and long. When words are repeated, you say repetition. Then, here the poet has used I many times. I think, I could. So that is assonance, A-S-S-O-N-A-N-C-E, the use of the vowel sound I. Okay, assonance. Then, if you look again, sweat and whine about their condition. If you come to the fourth line, that is metaphor. Sweat and whine refers to cries and complaints of the human beings. Then again we have metaphor in the tokens. The inner qualities of humans are referred to as tokens. So that is also metaphor. Okay.